Any vegetarians in the house? Somebody raised their hand back here. You a vegetarian? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I know you starving right now. You really want some more vegetables right now. I don't have no problem with vegetarians. I just don't think they believe in God. If I'm a vegetarian, I ain't saying grace over no damn cabbage. Ain't no reason to pray over it. Like, thank you, Lord, for the asparagus. Thank you for the arugula, oh Heavenly Father. Thank you for the dandelion greens that I just put into a bowl and ate them with a little oil, Lord. See, I come from a Baptist church, you know, when we Baptist churches, you know, we have evening service, right? And if they have a church anniversary, they cook downstairs, and they be cooking up a storm. And I sang in the choir back in the day, and I'll be up in there, I can't even concentrate on the word, because that chicken be smelling so good in here. Lord, we thank you. Hurry the fuck up. Lord, we thank you. Let's go on and say grace and get the fuck down these steps. They cooking up a storm. And when you see chicken on the table, the prayer is better. You know, you see a salad, you don't even say nothing about salad. Get the fuck out of here, salad. You know. But you throw that chicken on there, boy, that preacher preach another sermon. He see that chicken like, Heavenly Father, it was your will that this bird gave up his life. Jesus, you let him be in so many different pieces, and you season them with several herbs and spices. Lord, you battered them up. You battered them up and put them in that hot grease, and grease bubbled up to a golden brown perfection. And Lord, when I bit into that drumstick, the grease popped up on my cheek. The crumbs fell down my chin. It was you, Lord. Yeah, you put meat on the table, you're gonna get a prayer. Shit, put a honey baked ham on her. That honey that glazed all over that piece of ham. Every slice got that golden crispy blend on it. Lord, it's you, Lord, that put that pineapple on top and let that little piggy die for our nourishment. It was you, Lord. I know the best place to eat. Now, I live in L.A. for a while. L.A. got, you know, it's the best of all worlds, you know? Yeah, for real. When it come down to food, you know what I'm saying? You can eat Harvey wrong for a minute. You can go eat all they got play like Tommy pastrami. You get 30 pounds of pastrami on one damn sandwich. You be like, damn, you want cheese on it? Is there room? You go to Whitman's Fish and get you some fresh fish. You get it fried right there in front of you. Even though that motherfucker be mean. I don't know why black restaurants, they always look at you fucked up. Can I help you? I'm like, yes, smile a little bit while you cooking my damn food. What you want? I just want some fish. What kind? You know, give me some catfish. We ain't got no damn catfish. I was like, well, why don't you just tell me what you don't have so I won't say that because it seems like I'm pissing you the fuck off. Black restaurants kill me anyway, man. You gotta go call a soul food restaurant. You gotta go on the right day to get what you want. They had a whole menu, oxtail, short rib, and fried chicken, but you gotta look at the dates. You understand? Yeah, give me the short rib. Well, does it look like Thursday? I'm like, I don't know. Well, give me the mac and cheese. Does it look like Sunday? Look, lady, what can I have today? You can have the meatloaf. I don't even want no meatloaf, but you need to get the fuck out of here. That's all we got. And don't try to call your order into a black restaurant. That phone ring forever. Ring, 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 ring. You be sitting there like, God damn, are they closing? It's 11:30 in the morning. What the fuck? Ring, ring, ring. Finally, somebody pick up. Hello. Is this Make Me Soul Food? Yes, it is. I'd like to make a pickup order. All right, hold on. Go ahead. Give me the cabbage with some oxtail. Give me some rice and gravy with that, some yam, and give me some fried okra. You're like, hold on, man. I don't even work here. Let me see if I can take it. The fuck you answering the phone for? I mean, you know, some restaurants, because I love Chinese food, but you call them motherfuckers, you don't know what they saying. You might well just go in. You're like, don't talk like that. Is this Chung Fa? Can I say something, sir? Man, speak English. I am speaking English. I know. What the fuck was that other shit you said? Who the fuck are you talking to somebody else? And, you know, L.A., you in California, you can get that authentic Mexican food. You know, I love Mexican food. That shit fire, you know. But they be trying to trick you to be the same food with a different name, you know. Like a burrito tortilla with meat and beans in it. An enchilada tortilla with meat and beans in it. A chimichanga tortilla with meat and beans in it. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then I was like, fuck it, give me 3 of each. I don't give a shit. And that's the bad thing about, like, Mexican restaurants. They don't even have no restaurant. They be just cooking shit on that little hot grill right out in front of some building. They be right out in front of LA Fitness. You come out there. I mean, talking to you, I said, what you want? What you want, my man? My man, I got you, man. Come on, what you want? Fuck, give me 5 of them son of a bitch. He ain't got no health stick or nothing. You don't give a fuck. He chopping that onion. You like a onion?
I like it here, although hipsters are starting to ruin your food like everywhere else. LA's the worst, man. I just want breakfast. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a Radiohead album. Are we just putting arugula on everything now? Is that how we denote food? Can't get a cheeseburger in LA anymore. You can go to In-N-Out all day, but if you want to sit down at a restaurant with a cloth napkin and silverware, it's never just a burger. Every burger has a story. Like, oh, our burger comes from a cow that was happily raised by our owner's barber, Jeff, which is spelled Geoff. And then we cover that in Havarti cheese. Havarti cheese is the hand job of cheeses. It's a bullshit, tasteless cheese that should start sucking a cheese dick. And I don't know what the fuck aioli is, but you can keep it off my goddamn burger. Every restaurant in LA, they're like, oh, we have a garlic aioli. I'm like, no, you have a gross mayo, is what you have. Aioli sounds like a word you say when you want to say asshole, but your grandma's in the room. Is Uncle Steve coming? God damn it, Uncle Steve's... Hey, Grandma, Uncle Steve's a real aioli, that guy. I was born and raised in the state of Kansas. Yeah. I'm a simple man with simple tastes. I just want a burger. I want a burger made from a cow that was born and raised to be a burger. That is why that cow existed, was because some rancher went, fuck, I'm low on burger. I don't want a cow with hopes and dreams. I want a cow that knew the fucking deal. I want a cow that walked by the slaughterhouse every day like, is today my day? Can I go early? I'm bored as fuck out here. And I want cheese that is 40% plastic. I want a cheese that when I shit it out, I shit out a red Solo cup. And I want Heinz ketchup. I want ketchup made by a giant corporation that was built on making fucking ketchup. Have you ever gone to someone's house and they don't have Heinz? And your immediate reaction is, you broke-ass sons of bitches. You could have called. You have my number. I have $4. I brag about it all the time. I'm like, look at me over here breaking a 5. I could have stopped and gotten us all real ketchup. But no, you had to let all your friends know that you've hit hard times with your fucking Hunt's ketchup.
Oh, if it's my idea, it's wrong. If I came up with the plan, it's wrong. We went to go buy furniture, okay? We bought the furniture. The man informs me it's gonna be $400 to deliver the furniture. I inform him to go fuck himself. I made the decision in front of my wife. My wife heard what I said. She said nothing at the store. We get in the car to go pick up the U-Haul that I need. Here we go. She's over there in the passenger seat. I go, what? She goes, nothing. I go, not nothing. I can feel it in my balls. I said, what? That's what she says to me like I'm stupid. Why did you get a U-Haul so far away? Does my wife think that I called U-Haul? No, further. No, that one's too close. No, I need the furthest U-Haul you got. Why? Because it pisses her off, that's why. And we haven't fought in a while. I'm trying to make this Saturday worse. Can you, Oh, something as easy as going through the drive-thru with my wife, it becomes a thing. And I try to be nice, right? I try to be patient. I try to get on top of it. Hey, baby, be ready. Okay. One more car, it's gonna be our turn. Know what you want. Oh, well, what do they have? What do they have? It's McDonald's. It's the same thing since we were 4. Oh, it's our turn to order. She acts like she's never seen this menu. She has to lean over me. Do they have whole wheat buns? Whole wheat buns? We're about to eat trash. It's garbage. You can't take whole wheat buns and then pick stuff out of the garbage and then put buns around it and make it healthy. I don't say that because I love my wife. What comes out of my mouth is, do you have whole wheat buns? Look at that, baby. They have whole wheat buns. Oh, okay. I'll have nuggets. Oh, it's not her fault. She blames her sign. I'm a Virgo. I'm sorry. That's how Virgos are. Oh, even a nice restaurant. And we try. We try to go on date nights. Even the nice restaurants becomes a thing. We get dressed up as soon as we sit down. You want to share a salad? Wouldn't it be nice if the two of us shared a salad? No. When have you ever seen me get off the couch, go to the kitchen, chop myself up a salad, and then give you half? I don't say that. That's in my head. What comes out of my mouth is, yes. She orders the salad that we're supposed to share. The waiter says ranch or blue cheese, and she looks at me like I have the answer. I picked the salad. I know not to answer. But then I think to myself, well, maybe today's my day. Maybe today I get to make a decision for us. You know what, buddy? We're gonna do blue cheese. No ranch.
You know what I hate when you tell your friends? I told all my friends, I'm gonna lose some weight, watch. Everybody becomes the food police. You know when everybody becomes the food sheriff? Every time you reach for food, I thought you was trying to lose some weight. Everybody's a nutritionist all of a sudden too. Oh, that's not good for you. That's not good for you. I thought you was trying to lose some weight. I'm in church trying to get communion. Oh, that's a lot of Jesus. How much Jesus you gonna have? Why you take peanut butter up there? What you doing? Mind your fucking business. What I'm doing with me and my Lord is none of your business. And then, you know what really pisses me off? When they're hungry, you know? When your friend, when they're hungry, hey, let's go to Fatburger. What? I'm an addict. I can't go to... Fatburger's like going to the club. I'm in there like, oh shit. I'm like, are they playing my jam? Is that bacon sizzling? So of course I fall off the wagon. I get the Double King burger with the Oreo cookie shake and the chili cheese fries. My friend turns to me. I thought you were trying to lose some weight. Hey, bitch. We're in Fat Burger. It's in the name, Fat Burger. They're not trying to hide. This isn't the wellness center up in here right now. That's when they want to look at the menu and tell you what you should have ordered. Well, they have a veggie burger on a gluten-free bun. Shit. That's like going to a whorehouse and cuddling. I'm here to fuck, so let's bring out these Asian girls with the fat burgers, please. So my doctor, though, I'm sitting there, and she tells me, since you can't work out, I'm gonna put you on a calorie diet, she said. 2,000 calories a day. That sounds like a lot to me. But apparently calories are on some kind of peso exchange rate. You have no idea how much calories are until you start counting the shit. Let me tell you something, 2,000 is like a muffin, 2 basil leaves, and some vitamin water, about that much right there. So I have no idea. So I go to the restaurant, you know, and I'm like, okay, gotta count calories, but I still don't know. I'm like, let me get an appetizer. Let me get the onion ring loaf. Just bring me the onion ring loaf appetizer. Okay, that's 2,000. All right. This is probably 250, 275 calories. This shit was 3,000. 3,000 calories for the foot. That fucks off my whole day. And half of tomorrow. And I'm still waiting on baby back ribs. Had the key lime pie for dessert, had a potato, had a Coke, had ranch with the onion rings. Ranch. Do you know how bad for you ranch dressing is? Let me tell you something. This much ranch right here, that's like 500 to 700 calories. That's the devil's love juice right there. The devil's in every kitchen going, ah. Okay, good. I'm saving lives in here right now. The next time you order ranch, you're gonna see this. Ah!
Can't wait till this is over. Not for that. I've been trying to be good and not eating all week and trying to be. Can't stand it. I want to be fat. I really, don't you want to be fat? Isn't it too much work trying to work your ass off, trying to be skinny is a pain in the ass. I just want to eat. You know, I feel like I've got responsible me and fat me all in the same head. You know what I mean? Responsible me is like, I got the sneakers, let's go to the gym. And fat me knocks them out of his hand. Hey, who wants wings? Yay, fat me, you're the best. This was fat me the other night. I literally was scraping food into the garbage and taking bites of it at the same time. You ever do that? One for you, one for me. You start feeling guilty like other people you don't want them to see. Like a raccoon in your own kitchen. It's fun getting fat. I went to the Cheesecake Factory for the first time in my life. Holy cow. This is a company that knows what America wants, don't they? Yeah, let's put factory right in the title. Let these fat tubelards think they can come sit at the end of a conveyor belt and have cheesecakes rammed right down their throats. Even the waiters think we're gross now. You notice at the end of the meal they ask, are you still working on that? Right? Not if you enjoyed yourself. You still working on shoveling that into your fat pie hole? Yeah, I'll give you a doggy bag. We both know you don't have a dog, and if you did, you'd eat it. The whole thing's too much. Nothing worse than when the big waitress that comes up at the end of the meal. That's so frightening, because the dessert thing, it always becomes like porn for them. They just come bouncing up to the table. So? Did you save some room for dessert? You've got to have one of our brownie sundaes. Oh my God, they're so good. I have one in my pocket right now. Moo, moo. You ever notice the smaller the towns in America, the bigger the people? I was in Paducah, Kentucky last year. Holy cow. It was like dinosaurs were roaming the earth. Really, there was one skinny guy in the town. He was running for his life. Really, and it's not their fault. Every restaurant you go to, they ask you the same question over and over again. You want cheese on that? You want cheese on that? IHOP in the morning, pancakes. You want cheese on that? On pancakes? It's really good. And you look around to see who else is eating it, everybody else is eating it. Everybody there looks like they belong in the Country Bear Jamboree. Get the cheese on that. A booth for a family of 4 is bigger than this stage, I swear to God. Like the distance from the bench to the table is so wide so they can fit, you have to hop off, take bites, and then hop back to your seat. And when you want the cheese on it, you don't say yes or no, you gotta answer the way they answer. You say, you know I do. It's code word, means we're all on the same page. You want cheese on that? I ain't no queer, you know I do. They had a bacon cheeseburger soup. Yeah, beat the crap out of a bacon cheeseburger, put some hot water on it. Here you go, lard ass. Enjoy something from the diet menu. The weirdest thing they had were these giant stuffed potatoes filled with bacon snouts and cheese balls, all these different options. The weirdest one had marshmallows and caramel sauce in a potato as one of your sides. This wouldn't make sense if you were stoned at the country fair and your friend came running up, look what I found. They're selling by the Ferris wheel, run! Get the cheese on it!
I hate eating outside. I don't think anyone really likes it. Like, you wouldn't like an indoor restaurant with an outdoor theme, would you? Just coming to your table, you guys all set? We're gonna release the live bees. We just we'll make sure everyone's ready for the bees and check in on your ass is sweating. Is everyone's ass sweating? Good. Yeah, is it dripping down your back? Just coming right down into the, good. When you stand up, there's gonna be a pattern on your shorts, because those are metal chairs. And then we're gonna turn this fan on and blow everything off your table. So you can chase your napkin. You wanna play chase your napkin? In front of all these strangers while we sunburn one side of your face? Here come the pigeons.
So I don't buy name brand Oreo cookies because they're very expensive, and I'm on a budget. I buy generic cookies. There's like the gas station cookies. They're a lot cheaper, but they taste almost as good. So here's the thing. My mother-in-law came to town, and she purchased me a whole pack, a big pack of Oreo name brand cookies. And so I was very happy. And I ate 3 of them, and then I went to work, And I came back, and I opened the door, and my dog had that look on her face, like the guilty look. She looked like she'd committed 2 to 3 felonies. She looked riddled with guilt. And I thought, what did you? Oh, no. And 6 feet behind that dog, there was an empty container of name brand Oreo cookies. And so, dogs aren't supposed to eat chocolate, right? So I called my buddy who's a vet, and I said, hey, man, first of all, do you know how many Oreos come in a container of Oreo cookies? So not 120 What planet are you from? 39 Oreo cookies come in a packet of Oreo cookies. I ate 3 of those cookies. That means that dog ate like a bunch of Oreo cookies. So I called my buddy who's a vet, and I said, hey, my dog ate like a whole bunch of Oreo cookies. What do you recommend I do? And he said, oh, I don't know the toxicity of chocolate within an Oreo cookie. And I said, speak to me in 1-syllable words. Like what? He said, make her throw up. And I said, how do I do that? He said, give her 2 tablespoons full of hydrogen peroxide, and that'll do it. So I got the first tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide, and I said, hey, come here, dog. Just want to talk to you for a minute. And that dog, with her face, she basically spoke to me. She was like, I don't know if you remember, but I just ate a bunch of Oreo cookies. And so I couldn't get her to come. There's a reason, by the way, that we dip Oreo cookies in milk. Like, ain't nobody dipping Oreo cookies in hydrogen peroxide. So I got a syringe. We had it for my daughters, and I sucked up 1 tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide. And I said, hey, dog, come here. I just want to talk to you while I hold a syringe. It's no big deal. And the dog's like, no. And so I got one of those pasteurized Kraft cheese processed square wrapped things, you know what I'm talking about? And I put it up on top of the syringe. And I was like, hey, dog. You want some cheese? Can I give you some cheese? And the dog was like, okay. So the dog came up. And I don't, there's a lot of things I'm bad at. I'm not bragging here, but like bullseye. I shot it directly down the gullet. Nothing but net. So time out here. Imagine, what do you think a living creature looks like with hydrogen peroxide going down their throat and bubbling back up at the same time? Get that picture in your mind. First of all, what you don't know is you're not imagining it right, because dogs, unbeknownst to me, have bonus tongue. I had no idea. What unlocks it is hydrogen peroxide. The dog, in a very toad-like fashion, elongated her tongue and writhed as though she were in, I don't know, something like an empty bathroom with a screeching air horn. So that was 1 tablespoonful of hydrogen peroxide. He said to give her 2. So I got a second syringe and a second piece of cheese, and I put it up on top, and I was like, my bad, dog. Can I make it up to you with some cheese? And the dog was like, yeah. I am not making this up. Came back knowing full well that she was going to have. It's the best commercial for pasteurized byproduct cheese stuff that's wrapped. It's just so good. You'll come back knowing full well that you're going to have hydrogen peroxide forced down your throat against your will. And so I forced it. I did the thing. And then, I don't want to tell you too much, but long story short, my dog died. It was 4.5 years later, totally unrelated. But 2 of the people out there laughed too hard at that. That was pretty shameful. So
When quarantine first happened, I was like, okay, now all my excuses for not losing weight are gone. I'm not traveling. I can work out at home. And then I found out it was me the whole time. It was, I'm the villain at the end of the Scooby-Doo. They pull off the mask. It's just me. I'm the reason I haven't lost weight. It wasn't the gyms. It's really my fault, me personally? Wow, that is anti-black. For it to be, it's like I realized during quarantine, I'm an emotional eater. And that usually means sadness, but it's all emotions. Every emotion is served with food. I'm like, man, this sucks, man. I can't do comedy. Let me have some ice cream. And then after this, I'll be like, man, we had our first comedy show. Let me have some ice cream. I don't need a reason. There was an earthquake yesterday, and I ordered Chick-fil-A. I was like, I could have lost my life. You want me to go into heaven or hell on broccoli and grilled chicken? No, I could have been dead. If I die, I want to die with Polynesian on my breath. I want to die with grease and a peach milkshake. I don't want to go into heaven healthy. I be telling myself I'm gonna lose weight, but I don't think I am. Like, I'm almost 40. I'm married. My wife's staying. What? Like, staying with me. What real reason do I have for abs? What? More DM slides? I don't need DM slides. I need less. I remember one time. I've been married since I was 21, and Melissa was 20. And when I went to college, I remember dudes were like, dang, Kev, you're going to be with the same woman for the rest of your life, bro. You don't want to, what if you cheat? You ever think about cheating? And I was like, first of all, why would you say that out loud? You don't know who she is. You could be wired. What is wrong with you? Right? And then I thought about it like, I don't really have a cheat on you body. Like, seriously, I don't have the confidence to take my shirt off and the other person has to decide if they agree with that or not. Like with my wife, she knows. She see the belly, it plops out, it comes over in sections. You know, when I get ready for bed, a new person's gonna be like, wow, so that's what it looks like in real life. Like this, look at it here. Look. No, look, everybody look. Don't look at your phone. Patrick's girlfriend, look. Look into this hole and see if it's dark enough. You can't introduce this to a new person like, hey, you wanna do a sex?
I'm the Barack Obama of fat people. Yes, we can eat. But I do like to eat, y'all. I love the buffet. God bless the man that made the buffet. Yes! Fat people unite! Look at all the skinny people passing judgment. You skinny people, leave us fat people alone. Skinny people always asking fat people dumbass questions. You gonna eat all of that? Yes, I am. I thought you was on a diet. That was 2 hours ago. Shut the hell up. Now, don't get me wrong, fat people. I don't want nobody to walk out of here and say, Lonnie Love says it's okay to be fat. I don't condone being fat, y'all. You know, I'm not one of them people, just love me. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you got a problem with your weight, work on your weight. But if you love yourself and try to lose the weight. That's all I'm saying. You know? That's it. Because everybody has problems, you know. Some people need drugs. I don't need weed. I need wings. I get the munchies naturally.
It's one of the nice things about being a comedian. I get to travel this great nation, bringing laughter to dozens. And sometimes when I'm traveling without my wife, I will treat myself to a meal at a fancy restaurant. Because trust me, fellas, I'm worth it. A lot of people do not like eating alone at nice restaurants. I don't mind it, but I find that people around me get very uncomfortable. A few months ago, I was in Dayton, Ohio at like a 5-star restaurant, which is kind of a contradiction in terms. Let's be honest. I mean, in Ohio, all 5 stars means is you're not ordering off of your placemat. That's all that means. Oh, I don't need to move my bread plate? Oh, it's like a book. Anyway. I was trying to enjoy my meal, but there was a couple next to me on a first date, and I could tell I was bumming them out merely by my presence. You know what I mean? Like they kept looking over at me and like hushing their conversation. You know, like I'm listening to them. Of course I am. I don't have anything to do. But I don't care what they're talking about. Oh, you think Les Mis was overrated? Oh, I'm gonna write that down. I don't care. These people's lives are stupid. But what bothered me is that I was being judged. I could see it on the guy's face. He's looking at me the whole time like, look at this guy, all alone. What's his problem? So here's what I did. Feel free to steal this if you're ever in this situation. I just stared at the chair across me for like 5 minutes. And then I said, happy anniversary, Karen. Right? Right? Yeah. 'Cause then we all get a story, right? Everyone deserves an anecdote. That's my policy. Or you just say something really crazy to the waitstaff to make them think you're mentally ill, like, "Excuse me, sir, is your chef of pure Aryan blood?" "Miss, what were last night's specials? I have a time machine." "How was my meal?" "Not quite good enough to make me forget about 9/11, but thanks for asking." Oh. Controversy, huh? Oh.
I come out of the store, and a homeless guy comes up to me. He goes, "I haven't eaten in 5 days." "Well, you're not getting this." I didn't say it, but I thought it, you know. You know, haven't eaten in 5 days. What's that like? I went 3 hours once, but that was just a bad waiter. I gave him money so he could get his tuna sandwich. And the guy driving me goes, "You know he's gonna buy dope with that." Well, I didn't think he was gonna start an IRA. Of course he's gonna buy crack with that. Why not? If you're homeless, you buy crack. If you're on crack, you don't think you're homeless. How you doing? I'm president! Everybody has their own crack. Food's mine. I see those 99-cent McDoubles, I think, how can I afford not to get one? For $3, I could be sick as a dog. People talk about food like it's drugs. You ever hear people talk about, "Oh my God." We went down to this place. You got to go down an alley, and you knock. They let you in. There's food in there. Well, where is it? I can't tell you.
I love food. I'm not even gonna pretend like I don't. I love food too much. Too much. I walked into a store the other day, I saw my favorite pack of gummy bears, and I gasped like I saw a celebrity. I was too excited for gummy bears. Well, I try. Sometimes I'll see like a super skinny person, and I'll be like, "Hey, you look great. What do you eat?" And it's always some depressing list of things. It's like, I eat lettuce and asparagus, and sometimes I eat an onion. I'm like, oh, so there's no hope is what you're saying. Because I'm not doing any of that. I always hope they have like some secret that I've never heard of. Like they're gonna be like, "Did you never eat a donut standing up? It's like half the calories." Thank you, you skinny angel. I try, man. I'm trying to be vegan now. I'm succeeding on Instagram. Killing it on the gram. Took a picture of a vegan brownie that I bought and I posted it, and somebody commented, "Why do vegans always have to brag about being vegan?" I was like, that brownie was $10. I'm gonna tell everybody about that brownie. I didn't eat it, I just been showing it to people that come over. Like, hey, look, this is what a $10 brownie looks like. Yeah. Don't touch it, look at that. Get your non-vegan fingers away from here. I'm gonna make it into a necklace, wear it at weddings. You can recycle vegan food like that. It's hard, man. It's hard being vegan. It's not just no meat. It's no milk, no eggs, no honey. I did find out, though, you could eat honey and still be vegan as long as nobody sees you.
I belong to a gym, thank you. The results speak for themselves. I go to the gym religiously, by which I mean twice a year, Christmas and Easter, no matter what. I am a gym rat, by which I mean if I'm in the locker room and someone in the next room has a piece of cheese, I will chew through the wall to get to it. Keep laughing. I'm trying to remember the next joke. All right. I have my food issues. I think we all have food issues. We're in Los Angeles. It's the community home for food issues. It's where food issues come to look normal on camera. I do. Here's the thing. I like Dunkin' Donuts. I'm not gonna lie. I've eaten breakfast at Dunkin' Donuts a lot. The worst thing about getting breakfast at Dunkin' Donuts is I know that when I go back for lunch, the same guy's gonna be working behind the counter. And we both know I'm coming back for dinner. 9 a.m. at Dunkin' Donuts, I was in line behind this guy, all alone, buying a dozen donuts. I know what that means. I was like, rough morning already, huh, pal? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you're buying a dozen donuts alone. Come on. You're among friends. He's like, no, this is for a work meeting. I was like, we've all had work meetings. He was like, no, I'm serious. I just bought this. I'm going to the conference right now. I was like, no. No, you don't buy Dunkin' Donuts for other people. No. 1 dozen donuts feeds one person in their car alone crying about a breakup. I'm not sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts, but for the last 3 minutes, my special was. All right. We're going to cut that. I will. Or add laughs. Who gives a. Cookie Crisp cereal. America, what happened to us? We used to make planes and invent electricity. Now we've made chocolate chip cookies for breakfast. And they have the nerve in the commercials to call it part of a well-balanced breakfast. I would love to see the mom doing that balancing act. Like, well, on the one hand, my kids love cookies for breakfast. On the other hand, I am a terrible parent, so I would love to have been in the boardroom when they named Cookie Crisp cereal. It's like, well, all right, well, we're selling cookies for breakfast. What should we call it? I know, Diabetes. You're fired.
This is a key to a good marriage when you have children. You have to go out. So many people get divorced once they have kids because you focus your whole life on the kids. You got to remember, you were married and you were a couple before they came along, so you got to take care of each other. My wife and I go on date nights, and the best date nights we have are sitting in a restaurant watching young, dumb parents thinking they're going to enjoy their meal with their kids they brought out. Look, they're taking them out of the high chair. Yeah, nice move. Try to more wine. More wine. Try to get that kid back. Yeah, okay, yeah. Because everyone knows you don't bring children out to dinner ever, unless you're out of electricity. Yeah, you don't do it. It's a special ops mission. You come out of the road. You come into a restaurant. This is every time we're going to dinner and we have kids. I go right to the hostess, like, excuse me, put the phone down, pay attention. We got about 35 minutes before this place is being torn down. Now listen to me. I need a table for 8. Do you have a closed section? You don't have a closed section. All right. There's 5 of us. I need a table for 8. We cannot be near anyone. Before we sit, I need hot rolls and water all on the table. Before we even sit, put rolls, and I don't need to see the menu. Bring out chicken fingers and pasta. No sauce, lots of butter and cheese. As much cheese as you can sprinkle on there forever. That's all I need. All right, they're coming in. Tighten up. Listen to me. My wife and I only have 3 minutes to enjoy a meal. So while we're eating, I need ice cream sundaes in front of every one of these children. Do you understand? And one drip, once it comes down, I need to check, bang, on the table, or we're gonna leave the place. We're gonna wreck it. I'm gonna release them, and you're not gonna want that. But here's the most important thing. Right now, I need crayons all the same color, okay? Let's go. Come on, don't touch nothing. Don't touch nothing. Don't touch nothing.
I don't know about you, but I'm really pretty concerned about celebrity chef Paula Deen, because now her recipes really read like a suicide note.
Yo, we're gonna be making some sweet dreams. Little balls of butter, shortening, Crisco, fatback, crackers, blubber, suet, margarine, mayonnaise. Each day I wake to a fresh nightmare. The pain is too great. Gotta roll that in some granulated sugar, powdered sugar, candy corn, gummy snakes, Mentos, cookies. Some nerds don't look for me. I've made a plan and I will follow through with it. Gonna dress that in some hot fudge, heavy cream, whipped cream, sour cream, ice cream, cake batter, peanut butter, fresh fried stuffed marshmallow fluff waffle. An egg! Bon appetit and goodbye.
She'll be fine. I'm trying to learn to cook. Everybody always says how easy it is to cook, but it is not any easier than not cooking. Oh, just get a really good virgin olive oil. Girl Scout cookie wrapped in meat. Oh, no, just slice up a couple of vegetables. Squeezy cheese on finger, can of wine. No, just preheat the oven.
Hot power bar from glove compartment.
Oh, doodly-doo, doodly-doo, doodly-doo. Fresh from the oven. So, I wish they'd provide recipes for food they can get at the gas station. Have you ever had a gas station tuna fish sandwich? Oh my God, they're so good. Because there's no tuna in it. It's just a scrumptious, fishy nougat. Or a gas station muffin. Oh, you'd have to start with the color yellow. Those beautiful golden giants. How do they make them seem so real? I always want to call up one of those public radio cooking shows and ask, "Hi, my husband and I, we love this show. Guests are coming up at 6. I'm going to pick up the Slurpees at 5:45. The corn dog taquito rollers, in order to keep them warm, do I just sit on them?"
I'll take my answer off the air.
I have some friends who are health-oriented, and they say things like, "You know, you love carrot cake. All you need to do is just put a carrot in a cake pan." Oh, you mean instead of having something that I really like, have a lot of something that I really hate? In that vein, I have exchanged my afternoon M&M snack with a long walk through the tunnels of the LA River. And I listen to myself making this noise.
It's almost a little too rich. A little too sweet.
You should travel, man. You should travel to get perspective. I went to Thailand recently for a friend's wedding, and Thailand's one of the few Asian countries to have never been invaded by the British. Because they had an agreement with the British saying, "Hey, don't invade us and we'll give you guys handjobs for life." So those massage therapists are not sex workers. They're freedom fighters. Give them the respect they deserve. You know? The British, man. Sneaky motherfuckers. I took one of my British friends to this Indian restaurant. He goes, "Sorry, not a huge fan of this whole spicy food business. I prefer sandwiches." And I was like, hey man, a long time ago, a bunch of your people killed a bunch of my people for bags of chilies. So we're gonna have this fucking food. And you're gonna pay for the bill. Your diarrhea is a small price to pay for colonialism. Because Indian food's the BDSM version of food, you know? It looks very messy at first, but when you get into it, it's very enjoyable. We have safe words like more water. I used to live in the Middle East. I used to live in Qatar, and I don't tell people that for obvious reasons. I have a lot of Pakistani friends growing up in Qatar. And when you go back to India, there's always this rivalry that shows up when you're back in India, and it's hard for me to adjust to that level of animosity. So, you know, here's what happens. Like when you're an Indian citizen and you meet a Pakistani citizen here in America, we just get together and start restaurants. And we have to work with Mexicans to keep the peace. Because our differences dissolve with distance, you know, like that's what happens. Like, for example, America and Russia don't get along on planet Earth, but for some reason they're always hanging out in the International Space Station. Because I guess when you're in a confined space with limited air, people just get along. It might not look like it, but I am a programmer by race, okay? Didn't have much of a choice, because peer pressure works differently when you grow up in India. Like in most countries, peer pressure makes you drink alcohol or take drugs at a young age. In India, you just become an engineer with a drug and alcohol problem. I used to program vibrators for a living. You're welcome. Kept a lot of people together in their relationships. Worked on something called The Rabbit. It was featured on Sex and the City. That's my only TV credit. Worked on something that has multiple arousal levels. You can't put that on your resume. People will cancel you immediately. One of my friends are like, oh, you worked on vibrators. It's not a very Indian thing to do. I was like, hey man, I've given people more orgasms remotely than in person. That's pretty Indian. But I had to explain what I was doing to my folks in India. I was like, well, I'm spreading joy. That's what I'm doing, man. I like watching documentaries that have Indian people in it because I want to see how we're being represented in mainstream media. So I saw this documentary called Bikram Yoga. Have you guys seen this? It's not flattering. It's about a creepy yoga instructor. Here's a tip, guys. If your yoga instructor is always wearing Speedos, he's going to show you his third eye. Do your research, please. You know? Figure it out. I like watching reality TV shows. I saw this show called The Naked and Afraid. Have you guys seen this? If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend skipping it, because the premise of the show is that there are these two people that are naked in the jungle and are trying to survive in the wild. I was like, this is a bullshit show. I'm not going to go to the jungle anytime soon. I need more practical advice. I need to know how to survive a hate crime in the city. I need to know how to be fully clothed and still alive. I want to watch a show called Very Brown and Very Safe. That is the kind of show I want to watch. But the production value is very low. No one is making that show.
I'm feeling good about my body right now. I've been changing how I eat, which has been a struggle. I did not grow up eating healthy. I grew up eating what we could afford, which is very different, right? Single mom, 3 boys, 16 different apartments. We did not grow up eating healthy. So now it's been a journey for me in the midst of it, if I'm honest. Like I had my first salad when I was 22, all right? You can laugh at my struggle, it's fine. You know, I drunk sugar growing up. That's what I drunk. You know what I'm saying? Kool-Aid, Sunny D, Tang, chocolate milk, Mondu, squeeze it. If I was drinking water, I was dying. You know what I'm saying? Out here, like it was not good. It's good, man. It's tough. We started trying to bring almond milk into the house. Y'all mess with almond milk in here? We mess with almond milk in here. You mess with almond out here? Can't do it. Can't. The taste, I can't. Every time I drink it, I feel like I'm about to buy a Subaru, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Did not grow up eating healthy. Grew up eating what we could afford, man. It was a whole different thing. I've been trying to shop differently, which is, I don't think we talk enough about that. It's like shopping differently so that you can eat differently. I started trying to go to like Trader Joe's and Whole Foods more, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's fine, right? Whole Foods people, not a fan. They bring their own bags, kick rocks. I don't like it. It's fine. But I go into this Whole Food a couple days ago, right? And I go in, I turn left, and then I'm kind of walking down just randomly, just checking out the scene. And I get to the trail mix aisle, and they've got $15 trail mix. $15 trail mix, no M&Ms. I said I'm on the wrong trail. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you. For $15? No, you're gonna need some popcorn or craisins for $15 in my M&Ms. I go down the other section, I turn, and I walk down, and I realize I get to the meat section in this Whole Foods, and they've got $22 grass-fed beef. $22 grass-fed beef. I can't do it. I was like, let me get the $3.99 beef in the back that doesn't know its father. Let me get that in the back out here. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no $2.99 poultry with a little HPV, a little bit, you know what I'm saying, out here? You ain't got no chicken with polio, not in the toes, but in the fingers. You understand?
My parents never said this, but I've heard parents say it. My parents never said it, I'm glad. That's why we don't have nice things when something bad happens. That's why we don't have nice things. Didn't you wish your little kid had the wherewithal to answer that? Really? Is that why we don't have nice things? Really? No, I just want to know. Oh, no, I'm not being a jerk. My friends always think we don't have nice things because you have a shitty job. I just want to tell them. No, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because, I don't know. So we're saying you don't have nice things. We don't have nice things because I spilled Cheerios on the rugs 5 years ago. Okay, I just want to know. I don't know. Now, what about the shitty cars? Why do we have shitty cars? I just want to know. And we don't go out to eat. Okay, just want to know. No, next time my friends come over and they go, hey, your house is shitty. Is it because of your dad? I go, no, it's because of me. I got your back. Totally got your back. Went out to... Last week, I went out to eat here in the Los Angeles area. Now, for you people watching at home, I want to let you in on something. You people know, because you live in Los Angeles, they have to grade the restaurants here now. Like if from the health department, they have to hang it in the window. You get an A, B, C, or a D, and you got to hang it in the window. I went to a restaurant last week, in the window, a D. Yeah, and next to it, I guess the owner, he wrote Alicious. I'm like, No, I don't think they give out Deliciouses. He goes, yeah, we got one, it's cool. I'm like, they don't give out Deliciouses. He goes, yeah, we did. I'm like, then why is the D professionally written and then Alicious, the next part, is just written out like that? He goes, that's what I thought. I'm, all right, buddy, you're pushing it here. You know what I did? I guess it was last Thanksgiving. For the first time ever, I had a dinner party. That's hard. I don't know how people do it. First of all, let me tell you this. I was so nervous to have 13 people over for dinner. You have a different appreciation for how hard that is. My mom did it effortlessly. So I set the table the night before, okay? And you know what? I liked the way it looked. I'll admit it. I go to the bathroom at 3 in the morning, I'd peek out. Oh, it looks good. I had a dinner party. First of all, people show up an hour early for a dinner party. An hour early. They're like, oh, we're here early. What could we do to help? Fucking leave. You don't show up to an hour early to a dinner party. And by the way, if you're having people over your house and it's everybody brings something, you know how they have that? Everybody bring a dish. You know what I'm talking about, sure. Everybody brings something. Folks, that means bring it made. Yes, bring it made, okay? Otherwise, you're freaking everybody out. Somebody showed up, I swear to God, with a bag of potatoes. They pulled it out, and then some sour cream and some butter. I go, is that the fucking mashed potatoes? Because we're not having mashed potatoes if that's the mashed potatoes. You think I told you to bring mashed potatoes because I couldn't afford mashed potatoes? I want it made. I don't want to mess up my kitchen. There, I said it. Some other girl shows up with the salad. I asked her to bring the salad. She goes, oh, a plastic bag full of cut up cucumbers. Then she's got another plastic bag full of the croutons. She's got another chopped up tomatoes. I'm like, yes, she gets it. Then she goes, where do I make the salad dressing? In your fucking car. I don't care where you make it, and the potato guy can go toss his salad in the car. You're not messing up my kitchen. And for the love of God, bring it in a nice bowl? Am I wrong? Bring it in a nice bowl. Some guy shows up with potato salad in a bowl with a handle on it. Right there, I shouldn't have to go on anymore. A handle on a bowl with dog chew marks all over it? Looked like it had been in the microwave a few thousand times. Yeah, what if I didn't care? What if I go, that's all right, here, dump it on the table. Who gives a shit? We're all pigs.